Hello, everybody. Welcome to LT Outdoors Sunday Night Live. Jaeger tonight is screaming. I think he wants to know what it's like to be turned into tacos. I'm going to share this real quick on Facebook. Hey, there we go. Hey there, Don. How you doing, buddy? Hey, Bill. Hey there, Homestead. How's it going, guys? Hey, Joe. What's happening, Rodney? What's up, Bob? Hey there, Neil. Hey, sis. Hey, Flintlock. What's happening? Hey, Robert. Bidding tonight? There might be. Hey, Jen. How you guys doing? Yeah, big bummer. Hey there, Kurt. Hey, Shinky. I'm gonna apologize right now about that bird. I don't know what his problem is tonight. Like I said in the beginning of this, I think he wants to learn what it's like to be turned into a taco. So, hey Elmer, how you doing, buddy? I'm doing okay. Doing all right. If you guys watched the first sale fur market report that I put out there, it definitely didn't go as planned. It wasn't that good. So, hey Dan, how's it going, buddy? But I did sell all my stuff, so I'm starting off fresh. I've got a beaver hanging and a couple muskrats, but I don't know. You'd be surprised, man. Throw him in the slow cooker and maybe I'll just feed him to Gemma. I don't know. Jaeger, you want to get cooked? Jerk. Ugh. But yeah, tonight I do have, as far as the auction goes, I've just got a few different furs that I'm going to auction off tonight. I've got a few different things to talk about though. Who did I sell to? It was Barnes Hide and Fur. It was the first time for me selling to them. I usually sell to Ralph at J&K, but I mean, if fur buyers go by a certain price, so I highly doubt they would have, you know, messed me over on any problem. So, hey Parker, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, it was a shame. It was a shame. I just gave him some food and he's got water, so I don't know either. He's just a jerk. Hey John, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, it was a sad day in the fur market world, though. Beavers, however, they sold for a decent price, but it's weird because everything I read and even what F&T had told me is that even the small beavers were going to pay, about a normal price because I guess they're just using the belly fur. So a small beaver should have paid good too, but instead, I only got $5 for a little beaver. So to me, that's not even worth taking their life. So it was, yeah, it was kind of a buzzkill. Also, for the muskrats, I cannot remember a time getting only 50 cents unless I really damaged the heck out of them. If I cut the face off a muskrat, I'd understand it. But to have a perfectly done up muskrat only get 50 cents, that's a kicker. So on the plus side, though, raccoons were higher than I'd expected. I did get $8 tops for a big coon, but I also only got 50 cents for the smaller coons, and that's put up. That's dried and stretched. So really, it was a whole lot of work for a whole lot of nothing. Which I do get it. That's the fur game, or especially for us trappers. We're not expected. We can't expect to go out there and make a living or make any sort of money out of it. It's supposed to be for fun, but at the same time, it'd be nice to at least make the gas. It really would. Auction at Jay's. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Hey there, Mike. How you doing? Yeah, prices are horrible, Elmer. Yeah. 107 for 35 rats. $5 for. See, that's crazy, Dan, because he didn't give me, even for my biggest rats, I didn't get $5. So I don't, what year did you sell to them? Was that this year? Because I don't see how they would have sold so under time, big time. Yep, it is frustrating. Yeah, that and either, Bob. It does make sense, because it wouldn't be a fur market if it wasn't for us trappers. Sure, you've got the guys out there, the farmers, mink farmers, and that, but still, though, the majority of the furs come from us trappers. So I feel like we get the raw end of the deal out of the whole thing. When they sell a garment, they're making a whole heck of a lot of money out of those furs, and we get just undersold majorly. So, hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy? Mark says hi, everybody. Ruby, you want to come up? You haven't been here in a while. You want to come up and say hi, baby? Come on. Ruby, come on. No, Gemma's going to beat you to it. Gemma come flying up on my lap. Oh, God. Ruby wanted to say hi, but the turd beat you to it, kid. This year in Atlanta, huh? Yeah, that's crazy. I thought this was his first sale of the year. Thank you, sis. If you guys haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. Yeah, 350 was a max for my big rats, and I catch a lot of big rats. And the small's only 50 cents. So it ranged from 350, 250, 150, and 50 cents. Coons ranged 8, 5, 2, 1, 50 cents. For the large coons, I only got a buck a piece. That's crazy for stretch and dried and flesh. That's hmm. Jen says hi, Gemma. Hey there, Jimbo. No, no. In fact, it's not even. I have some traps out for him right now. I don't own enough traps for coyote and fox to really go crazy with it. I only got like a dozen traps, and to be honest, you're only going to get $10 stretch and dried for a coyote this year. That's a whole lot of work. I mean, that's time consuming, and even fleshing them out's a pain. So, in my opinion, it's definitely not worth the $10 for a coyote. And fox are even less than that. It's like $8. Bob says hi, everybody. There, baby. Yeah. She's like, I don't want to climb up. I don't want to climb up. Yeah, that's true, John. Yep. Hey, Rick, how you doing, buddy? Thank you. I'm glad you liked that video. Well, it's funny because this morning, I don't know if he's just trying to get after me for not, fishing or advertising and stuff. But Ryan messaged me and said my sales were less than the other guy. So I was like, well, hopefully now after all hopefully I've had enough sales where I just beat the other guy. So I don't know. Hey Dean, how you doing, buddy? Huh. Yeah, I don't know, Dan. That doesn't make much sense. Yeah, they definitely look good on the wall. Yep, that's for sure. Thanks, Bob. Hey, he thinks you're a doll, Ruby. She is too. She's a sweetheart. She's a good girl. Yeah, yep, a few dollars. It's unbelievable. 10 max. Now bobcats on the other hand, you can get $120 for a bobcat. That's for like a big pretty tom, well spotted, but again, if I get a bobcat, which I'm still trying, I only got a week left in the season, but if I get a cat, I'm going to get it either mounted or tanned for myself. I'm not going to sell it. So, but otters too, you only get like $20 for an otter, and to me that's not worth it. So I'll get those tanned as well. It was probably in 2012, Jimbo. That was when we hit our all-time record high on every fur. I mean, I got $14 that year on muskrats. I mean, it was just unreal that year how much everything was. But again, which I've seen some people on here say that they don't quite understand it, but um, it does have to do with Russia and China. They are our biggest fur buyers. They really are. And it's because USA is so anal with PETA and all that other crap, where most people are afraid to wear fur. Well, Russia and China, they wear fur all the time. So those were our biggest fur buyers. So we need, if it wasn't for the US being so anal about that, we could probably make some money here. But Yeah, I didn't quite understand that, Dan. I don't know what you mean about wax dirt from ant hills. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not even targeting them, Bob. So, I mean, I do feel bad. I love otters, so when I accidentally catch one, I get excited to see them, but then at the same time, I am bummed because I love an otter. But yeah, the prices suck. At one time, they were $120. They were high for a while, but yeah, it's not bad anymore. Coyotes been, yeah. Ohio, it kind of sucks because Ohio really does get the short end of the stick. You guys are kind of in the middle zone. That's not. We're on the edge up here, the north zone, so we're kind of we get a little better on the fur. But yeah, you guys, your fur market's not quite as good in Ohio. Yeah, yep, that's what it is. But right now, the reasoning behind this, Elmer, is you got to figure with Russia being in war with Ukraine, all their money is going into war. So they're not spending the money like they usually do on the fur and all that. So that's the last thing on their minds. So right now, the past several years, Russia hasn't been buying much for furs because they're busy with all that stuff. Now, China, on the other hand, we've got COVID and all that, and we've kind of started our own bubble with them. So, yeah, things have gone south with China at the fur market too. So it kind of sucks that we have to base our sales on other countries, but that's just how it goes for trappers. Yeah, that's true, John. Or even, I had a guy buy a couple from me for Renaissance, because there are people like to do the Renaissance fairs and stuff, and fur's good for that as well. So, but tonight, guys, for furs, I do have the last two male possums that I caught. As you can see, they're nice and pliable, except for the heads. The heads never on everything don't come out too great. But I even threw this in the dryer and I tumbled it with some hiking boots for like 60 minutes and it never got totally soft. But I've got two really nice, really pretty, soft, and pliable possums up tonight, as well as a skunk, my last skunk that you've seen in the videos up. Same thing. He's a little stiffer than I'd like. It turned out to be a really nice tan, though. I mean, it's a good leather, but it's. I tried everything to break him and make him softer, and I just couldn't. So sometimes they're just tough. But I did rinse it. I washed it, degreased it, so it's not greasy and it don't stink or nothing. So see, I mean, I see ant hills and stuff, but this time of year you've got the moisture in the ground and everything else. So that's why I was complaining the one day. It's you really got to get your dry dirt in the summertime, so you got time to actually dry it out. Even an ant hill, it looks dry and everything, but it's going to have the moisture from this season. So it's I appreciate that though. I'll try it out next season. I'll dig up some ant hills. Yeah, no kidding, Bob. Yeah, release every skunk into PETA's headquarters. Nope, we don't have any martin here, Jimbo. They do have fishers and martins up in the UP though. I get a tag every year for them, even though I never make it. I'd love to go up there and do like a camp out time. I think it'd be fun to go up there with the dogs and run a line up there because I've researched the heck out of trapping them, and I think it's something I could do. But yep, I haven't done that. Hey, Brad, how you doing, buddy? This week, though, guys, as far as videos, I'm still gonna have more trapping. I'm trying to wean myself off a bit, but I am. I've got some trapping videos coming out as well as a squirrel hunting video. I went squirrel hunting twice this week. The first time, my shooting was way off. I tried to use my old time 22 with the open sights, and I used to be really good with it. I'm not all of a sudden. I don't know. I was missing perfect shots. But today I went out for redemption with the shotgun and got my limit pretty quick. So I had a blast, and I hope you guys enjoy that. So I will have a squirrel hunting video coming out this week, as well as obviously some more trapping videos. But again, I'm weaning myself off of that. I am going to start probably traveling up north a bit, trying to find some ice. There has to be some good ice somewhere. So I am going to start looking because I can't just not be ice fishing. So good skunk recipes. I told Robin I'm gonna see if she'll can me some skunks. Can you imagine opening the lid on one of them? All winter, but yeah, see, yeah, that's see the one year that I did save a bunch of dry dirt, I did it from the garden because I it's tilled anyway. So I took a whole bunch of that dirt and I threw it all on a tarp and then I sifted it into my barrel. But yeah, I next year I have to do that because it's the price of wax dirt is just outrageous. So there's no way I can afford to even keep running even my coyote sets and cat sets, Um, to bury a trap anymore costs so dang much. It's you definitely got to save up on the dirt. So no, I didn't go after burbot at all, Joe. Way too busy trapping, and the burbot are so late in the evening that ain't even. I'm usually in bed anymore by 9, so it's I can't do it. Oh man, I bet you if you canned it though and pop that lid, it would be an instant like you got sprayed in the face. I guarantee it. Yep, dogs wouldn't eat it. They wouldn't touch it. No. Yeah, that'll be I'd be shocked, Jimbo. I'm gonna be honest, the way things are going, it looks like we're gonna have 40s up into the first of the year. So if we do get ice in Saginaw, just like last year, we only had it a few days down there. So I really don't expect it to be good down there. Now they are doing really good right now. The walleye in the Saginaw River have picked up. This is the time of year that they start really moving in. So if you still got your boat out or something, get in that river because you can do some vertical jigging. You can even jig with your little jigging wraps and stuff off the side of the boat, a minnow head underneath, and just slay them. So, oh, it was bad, Bill. It was really bad. I'm still gonna give it a shot though. If I can catch a skunk that hasn't sprayed, that skunk right there that I'm gonna auction tonight, I was gonna eat him, but I made the mistake of cutting the gland when I skinned it. So when I was trying to skin around the tail, I clipped it and it squirted at me, and I'm like, ugh, I just ruined it again. So I wanted to mention too, guys, that well, there's a couple things, but um, Bass Brother Lures and Baits that I push for trapping, they now have a website. So if you're interested in checking out the lures and baits for trapping that they have available, you can go to Bass. It's Brothers spelled out instead of Bros. So it's Bass Brothers Lures and Baits.com. Check out their website. They've got some great stuff. I want to get their mink get their mink sent here soon so I can start running for that. But like I said, with the prices being so crappy, I got to start slowing myself down because as much fun as I'm having, I also don't want to lose all my money. So sterilize with a wood fire. Hmm. I don't really worry much about sterilizing it. I just dry it out and sift it, but they do, Bob. Yeah, they still spray 100%. Yep, lung shots don't matter. Lung, heart, head, it, any of that. No, the only way that I like to do it anymore, and my new live trap, I can't fit it in, but you can give them a lethal injection. Some people might not want to hear this, so if you're gonna whine, you can go elsewhere. But you can give them a lethal injection using a needle and brake fluid, and it actually puts them to sleep just like would at the vet, and they fall asleep quick. No pain. They just literally fall right asleep. So that's how I like to do it anymore if I get them in a live trap. But I haven't, the skunks, they den up for the winter when it gets cold. And with this weird weather we're having, they don't know what to do. And I don't know what to do because most of the time, like right now, I'm sure these skunks are denned up, but they don't want to be. And just like bears right now, if you guys didn't know it, bears are still out. They're out running like crazy. My friends have been seeing them. Rick has been seeing them like crazy. I mean, yeah, bears are everywhere right now. It's just a weird year. Very weird. Yeah, it's not gonna get cold till, yep, end of January is what it's looking like, and that just sucks, man. It really does. I'm not happy about it. Oh, that's cool, Bill. Up north here, I'm not gonna name the lake, but I did find a lake the other day that I think I can get on. It's a new one that I've never fished before, but I think I can get on it this week if this stupid warm up didn't ruin it. We shall see. But like I said, I'm gonna try. So piece of re-rod and a bench. Uh, maybe it seems like the re-rod with it being rigid. It seems like that rigidness would rip the pelt, but I could try it. I mean, I today I did try something new. One thing I want to buy. See, I bought a little hand sander, and I was trying that. I did learn online that a lot of guys nowadays will take their DA, sander, palm sander, and you can just lightly sand this down with like a 120 grit or 160, and that's how a lot of the guys are getting soft ones. So I do want to get myself a little electric sander so I can do that, especially on the beavers. I think it'd be real easy because it's such a nice big hoop. I can really sand it down and break all the pores because that's what it's about. It's it doesn't have to be stretched per se. It's just you gotta break all them pores up. So acetone, yep, yep, that was another thing I heard of. The only way I've done is brake fluid, but it works good. Yeah, I did finally get on some squirrels. Yep. Yeah, no kidding. Well, like I said, it's an open site, and I think what I screwed up with is at one point in time, and this was a few years ago, I moved the. It has one of those old-fashioned open sites where it's got the little thing you can click up and move a little bit and click back down. And I think I moved it to try and gain a little distance, so now it's just out of whack. Yeah, I was really really missing them, but hey, today with the shotgun, I didn't miss. I got every squirrel, so. Yeah, I believe it, Joe. Yeah, Rick was seeing. I mean, there was a bunch of bears around here close too. So I don't think they're holding on longer though, Bob. I really don't because if you look at it this way, ice fishing season last year, we were done. I mean, there was no ice to fish on before walleye season. It used to be when walleye would end, we could still be on the ice that last day of walleye season, pounding them. I can't remember the last time we could do that because every year it gets earlier and earlier in March. March 15th is the end of walleye, but I swear to God, every season, oh, I got you, Bob. Got me on a rant now. But every season, it seems like we just get, we seem to lose it faster and faster. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. It's ruining things. Oh, I would love that, Jen. Yep. If you and Mark want to do that, like I said, I've never shot a white bunny. If I could get my first white bunny, that would be pretty dang cool. Hey Don, how you doing? How's the girls doing? I hope you guys are all ready for Christmas. Hopefully they've been good. Oh God. Yeah, I'm sure of that, Elmer. They got such thin skin. I think that's why they're so easy to break and make soft. All the other animals, they're such a thicker skin that it's hard to really break them up. But yeah, I could see it. It wouldn't take long for a dog to just tear them to pieces. Oh my God, Rodney, that's wild. Yeah, that's not right. Not right at all. Uh, sorry to hear that, Johnny. Sorry to hear that, buddy. I'm glad that you were at least able to get out and do some fishing to kind of help break that up because that's yeah, that's tough stuff. Yeah, this time of year too, it seems to hit you harder. You know, my mom passed on, I believe it was the 10th. I try not to even remember that kind of stuff, but it's every year December comes around and I find myself just getting more broke. So I get it, it's going to be tough. Seasons, holidays and that after you lose a loved one around that time just get really crappy. Not gonna lie. That's why I don't even get in the spirit anymore. It sucks because especially my mom loved the holidays, but yep, since she passed, I just can't get myself to even want to do anything holiday wise. But you'll be in my prayers, Johnny. Hopefully you can just keep up the fishing, man. Try and keep your spirit up, and just remember that she would want to see you happy. So, yep, don't break down. That's for sure. Now, like I said, guys, about 6 more minutes, I will do the auction. I'm going to auction off. I got two different possums today. They're both about the same size. They're actually pretty dang big. Both are really nice, really soft, beautiful fur, to be honest. They're both really nice. So these two possums will go up tonight, as well as the last skunk that I caught. All three of these would be perfect for just hanging on the wall. So, yeah, definitely if you're looking to have some nice fur to just hang in your cabin or anything like that, it's perfect for that kind of stuff. So you're welcome, Johnny. You're welcome. Uh, yeah, yep. I never get excited about mine anymore to begin with, but I understand, Bob. Yeah, it's not any fun. That's for sure. Now, the last trapping video that I showed you guys, I will have another video coming out with a few more catches, but I did pull most of those sets after I dealt with the fur buyer because, like I said, just getting between 350 and 50 cents a muskrat just kind of kills it for me, especially when I was literally to do all those cool sets. I was driving probably 100 miles or more in a round trip every day, so that kills. I was burning gas, $100 in gas twice a week, and I can't be doing that. If there's no way to actually make that money back, I can't be doing it. So I did pull 90% of those sets. I started a new line here closer to the house though, because obviously I don't know why I wasn't to begin with. There's always some places close by that I can trap and still have some fun. Also, my buddy Scott and his wife, I went and hung out with them yesterday. They showed me their property in Glenny. I'm going to be trapping a new property there. They have a beaver problem, so I'm going to go there, catch a few beavers. They also said they got cats on the property, bobcats, so I'm going to move my sets out that way. I've only got 6 good traps for bobcats, but I might as well get them out. So no, there wasn't, Kevin. There was other than me. I mean, I was only there for an hour, but other than me, there was only one other guy that was there. So amen to that, Bob. Amen to that. And I hear you, Brad. Absolutely. Yeah, there was only one other guy there. It's Bud Don. He's a friend of Rick's, and I guess a friend of mine now too. I've run into him a few times, and he's a pretty good dude. But yeah, he was the only other guy that I seen there that day. And I like I said, I was there at least an hour because I was hanging out. I went inside and I bought some. Oh God, some of the I can't think of the brand name, but I bought some of the circle triggers for my 110s and that to make it a little easier to catch mink because I have been reading up heavily on trapping books, mink books especially, and it's amazing how many times a mink can get through those wires, can actually get through them, ducking and everything else. They're pretty smart and they're agile, so it's amazing though how many times they can get through those without tripping it. So I decided to just break down and buy some of the circle triggers that are only $1 a piece, so might as well load up on them. Yeah, I'm not going that far in Glenny though, Joe. I'm gonna be on. I'm basically between Mankato and Glenny, so I'm not even all the way to Indian Lakes. Out where you're talking is still that's a hour drive. Oh boy, that's not good, John. That's not good. The very first red fox I caught, I got tanned in my bedroom, and my dog, I don't know, probably 10 years ago, did the same thing, ripped the tail off. I tried to staple it back on just to hold it, but oh, it's tough. It's it's definitely too far, Bob. to be making any sort of money. That's for sure. Hey Max, how you doing, buddy? I must have missed what you're saying there, Will. Let me go back through. Mm, Nope, I'm not quite sure what you said. All I got there. Yeah, yep, that's true. Yeah, dogs will be dogs. You should have seen the girls today when I brought home those squirrels. Like I said, I had 5 squirrels and the bunny. I did have another bunny today I caught in a trap. So yeah, but like we already discussed this, you said they were ponds too, and the ponds. I was just up in Glenny the other day looking at lakes for checking on ice, and they do have ice on them, regardless, even though it's not thick enough to walk on. And if a place has ice on it and the beavers are locked in, there's no way for me to trap them until I can walk on it. So the point of me driving out there an hour, which it is an hour for me because it's 15 minutes west of Glenny. So if I drove out all that way to go get them, um, yeah, it's I'm not going to be able to get them till the ice hardens. There's no way. Hey Terry, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I try to, Brad, but at the same time, you cannot do that if you're not if you can't afford to even keep up on gas. There's just no point in that. Driving 100 miles round trip constantly every day to not catch anything that's or to not make money on them, that's not worth it. All right, guys, it is 7:30, so I am going to auction off these few pelts that I got here. Like I said, I'm just going to do one at a time. I'm going to do them all separate. So I'm going to start off with one of the possums. And like I said, possums are great. These are great for the wall because they're nice and soft. And they do get pliable as heck. These are easy to break because they're so thin skinned. So, hey, Jack. Jack jumped in. 25 bucks is what we're starting at for this possum here, guys. It's a beautiful one, thick winter fur, really nice. Oh, there you go, Max. Heck yeah, buddy. Hopefully they were able to help you with the info last week. That's cool. All right, Matt jumped in at 30. We're at 30 bucks. 30 bucks, guys. This is a perfect perfect possum. He's in good shape here. I say that he does have a rip on the nose. I just noticed that. But again, hanging up in the house, he's beautiful, perfect all the way down. Belly's good. Um, yeah, just a really nice one for the wall. We're at $30 right now, guys. $30. I've never got a snowshoe in my life, Ryan, ever. I sure would love to though. 35. Jack's at 35. 35 bucks, guys. 35. Like I said, I'm telling you right now, if you haven't, I know possums in the summertime, they don't look the greatest because they're thin furred, but right now they're extremely thick. I don't know why people don't make things out of them. I mean, it's really a beautiful fur. So, well, I'd love to, Jen. I really would. That would be awesome. I hear they're a lot bigger too than the cottontail. All right, we are at 35. Jack's at 35 right now, guys. 35 bucks. That would be so cool, Jen. 35 bucks, guys. Gonna let it go for about 30 more seconds. We're at 35 on this possum. Like I said, I got another possum and a skunk to go to. So 35 right now. Jack's got 35 on it. 35 bucks. And my clock is still going very slow. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it here for the seconds. Um, but yeah, these are beautiful. I brush them out and everything this year, so they're turning out really nice. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. You got her, Jack. 35 bucks, buddy. Nice tanned up possum. Very nice. I'm actually going to put your name on the inside. Just so I remember that one's yours. Cool, man. Thank you. Very much appreciated. That's what I like. It's nice to be able to sell, to be able to actually make money off the possums because I don't like killing them for no reason. And It does suck though. These are male possums. When you catch a female, it's really hard to even get them to skin without ripping because they're, they got a pouch. They're a marsupial, so they got a pouch. When you try to skin them, it rips every time. So it's it's horrible to try and skin and flesh out a female possum. You can even look online. I couldn't find any videos on doing them. Only males. So yeah, it's tough. But these are males here. So here's another big male, beautiful, big, thick possum that we'll put up right now for auction. Again, these are absolutely perfect for hanging up on the wall. They just look really nice. That's cool, Jack. You're gonna love it, dude. The ones I've been catching lately are perfect. They got just awesome thick fur. I think because it's not frozen enough where they're having to rub in and out of their den holes right now, so they're keeping their fur real nice. 25 bucks. Matt's got 25 on this one right now, guys. 25 bucks for this beautiful thick prime possum. $25. That's crazy. I've seen how they can bust through the snow too. They hide underneath and they'll have like a little air hole. It amazes me what bunnies can do. But yeah, I think it'd be fun to have a video doing a snowshoe hunt. It's something I've never ever done. So, I mean, I can't say I didn't do it. When I was a kid, my dad would have me go around brush stomping and stuff, but I think it was more fun for him to watch me doing that than anything because we never seen a bunny. So, 25 bucks, guys. 25 bucks for this possum. I'm going to let it go for another 15 seconds. We are at 25 bucks right now. Again, it's a tanned out, nice tanned possum. It's going to look good on the wall. This is the one I tumbled in the dryer for a few, and I tried to get it as soft as I can. I mean, it's definitely soft and pliable, but it'll look awesome on the wall. So, all right, 5, 4, 3, 2. You got the possum, Matt. 25 bucks. Congrats, brother. Yeah, these they look awesome on the wall. I think every good at playing dead. I think every cabin should have one. I mean, especially this, sure, soft hands from a professional is nice, but if you just want something to hang on the wall, these are perfect because they hold their form. They'll stay soft forever, pliable, but they'll also hold this nice form. So, yep, perfect for the wall. Thanks again, guys. Next up, I will do the skunk. Again, the skunk, he's a little tougher, but again, if you're just hanging it on the wall, it won't matter. Tail looks pretty. It's got 2 different stripes. Doesn't smell like skunk. This one I washed. I actually gave it a good degreaser before I did everything. So, wow, 2 times bigger. That's crazy. I can't imagine. That's a big bunny. I sure would. I would love to get one. That's for sure. I'd have a hard time not getting them mounted. I mean, that's a pretty bunny. All right, 30 bucks. Don jumped in first at 30. 30 bucks for this pretty skunk. See, he's got the nice double stripes. A lot of white on his head. Nice tail. Just a good looking, nice tan. So we're at 30 bucks right now, guys. $30 for the skunk. 30 bucks. Ruby's over here sniffing it. Big and fast. That sounds like even more fun, man. I love shooting fast stuff. Ugh. Oh, they definitely could, Bob. Yep, any of this stuff that I can up, if you wanted, you can send these furs out, and even if the uh, tannery that you send them to wants to have a better tan done, they can actually rehydrate these and tan them up even softer so they can make things out of them. Yep. 35. Neil's at 35 right now, guys. 35 bucks. 35 for this skunk. Nice, perfect skunk for the wall. I've been trying to get another skunk, and it just ain't been happening lately. I think they're denned up for the season. So $35 right now. 35. And I did want to say this. Somebody mentioned, I think last week or the week before, that it was illegal for me to auction off my furs or sell my furs, but it is not. That is why I have a fur harvester license. and I am allowed to sell these when they are tanned because that's part of the deal. So, yeah, they are my furs. When I have the license and I legally take them, I can send them out and sell them. So, $35 right now, guys. 35. I'm gonna let it go for about 15 more seconds. We're at 35. Thank you, Bob. Yeah, if anything is ever questionable, please don't call me out on it. Mention it to me and I'll research it. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. But most of the time I'm not. I try to keep the up and up with them because I'm friends with all my conservation officers and I love the outdoors. As an outdoorsman or outdoorswoman, I believe it's our personal duty to keep in the right and the up and up with the laws because why ruin your chances with game wardens and that they're going to come after you more and more just like a cop and you don't want that. And also you could lose your rights. You don't want to lose your rights to being able to go out and do this stuff because then to me life would suck. I would hate myself and hate life in general if I couldn't get out and do what I love. So Neil's at 35 though, guys. 35. I'm just going to count down 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You got her, Neil. 35, buddy. Yeah, you don't want a bad rap. You know, as you guys know, I have in the past, I made mistakes. Most of us do, but I made mistakes with the law. And, once you get into that bubble, it is really hard to get back out. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm not saying it's hard to stop because it's not. You can always stop breaking the law, but it's hard to get away from it because it seems like the officers and the courts and that are always trying to find a reason to pin you after you've already been caught. So you definitely don't want to get yourself in the system. It's not a good way to go about things, especially for the outdoors. If you love it like most of us do, you don't want to get caught and get into that kind of thing. So thank you, Robert. Appreciate it, buddy. And congratulations. Congratulations on winning this, Neil. It'll be perfect to hang up in the cabin or house. So, yeah, if you haven't already, guys, please hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, we all make mistakes, and I mean everybody, even the best of people make mistakes, and a lot of them are just lucky. That it comes down to luck. I don't know how many people that I know personally that have drank and drove many times, and just because they don't get pulled over, a lot of them will consider themselves being legal all the time, and they'll look down on a drunk driver just because they got busted. But if you've done it, you've done it. Like you got to own up to it. People just make mistakes, but oh, I'm sure it will, Neil. I'm sure it will. It'll be great, a great addition. So I appreciate it, man. Thank you. And I will. I said earlier, guys, I did not. Well, I didn't even mention this. I did not sell my otters because those are getting tanned. I'm gonna have those commercially done. So I will auction off two of my three otters. One of them I'm keeping, but two of them I will be auctioning off in probably not till the spring because it takes them a while to get them done. Also, the mink, I didn't sell the mink. I'm going to have those done as well. So the mink are going to be, commercially tanned, and I'll auction them off on here too. So sorry, Max. I'll try and get you another one. Have a good night, Dan. A big beaver. I mean, I can do another self-tanned beaver if people want to put in on it. I have one sitting right here, but that's for somebody that owned a property that I trapped on. I promised him I would tan one up for him. So that's what that's for. But I can self-tan another beaver if somebody wants to put down on another beaver. Oh, amen to that, Bill. That's all it takes. Yep, that's all it takes. And we know when we're doing something wrong. We all know exactly when we're doing something wrong. We can feel it. We know that something's wrong. It's just a matter of time. I mean, most of the time we think we're getting away with things, and we feel basically like we're on cloud nine. We can't get busted. But then, all it takes is that one time. So, oh, the otters, they're going to be nice. They're going to be really nice. You'll bid on a beaver? All right, Bob. Sounds good. Like I said, I'm doing another beaver job this week. The beaver job, I know for a fact, has two active lodges, so I'm going to catch at least a couple beavers out of there, hopefully more. But yeah, I'll save those beavers because I'm not going back to a fur sale like I just did. The beavers that I catch now will be I will definitely have tan up. So pre beaver bidding. I mean, we could do that. I guess that's not a bad idea. If people wanna if you guys wanna bid on a beaver, we can start right now. If I mean, right now we just got Joe, so I don't know if there's other people that wanna do it. Jack is in too? Okay, cool, sounds good. Well, we can start bidding then on a beaver. The very next beaver I catch, we will bid right now. Joe's got it for 40 bucks right now. We're at $40 on the next beaver I catch. So, like I said, it's a guarantee. I'm gonna have a beaver this week. The job that I'm gonna start has two active lodges, so it's a guarantee I'll at least get a couple beavers out of there. So, 55, Bob's up to 55, 55 bucks, guys, for a tan beaver. 60, we're at 60. Joe's at 60. I'm quick at tanning them too. It only takes like 4 days, so hope it's not a kit. Some people prefer a kit because those big beavers, man, you got to figure they take up a lot of space on the wall. But if it is a kit, I'll get more than a kit, but you guys can take the bigger one. So Bob went to 65. Joe's at 70. Bob's at 75. 75 bucks, guys. 75 bucks for the next beaver. Next beaver. Now you guys can have first dibs on the beaver too. If I get a couple different beavers, I'll let you choose which one you want. So Bob's been on here forever. He's a long timer supporter. The man. Oh, we're at 75, guys. 75 right now. Bob has it at $75. $75 for the next beaver. Somebody that wants the beaver. Hey there, Lisa. I hope you guys are doing good up there. We are at 75, guys. Bob is at 75 right now. That's true, brothers. You know, everybody on this channel pretty much is family. So Joe's at 80. We're at 80 bucks, guys. 80 bucks for the next beaver. Next tanned up beaver, 80 bucks. Joe's at $80. 80 bucks for the next beaver. And like I said, from now on, I'll start tanning them all. I'm trying to decide if I should start paddling. I've got another spot on the river that I want to start paddling, so I might start doing that. It's going to be a heck of a lot of work, but if I am going to do anything, I'm only going for beavers now. So, all right. Well, Bob is out. So, Joe, you've got her, buddy. Awesome. I'm glad, Lisa. I was hoping you guys would be keeping busy. So Joe's got it. 80 bucks down on the next beaver there. And I'm pretty sure it's a big, big beaver from the looks of the pond and the damage. So it's taken down some huge trees. So I'm sure it's going to be a 50. I'll definitely be auctioning all the beavers, Kevin, as well as long as I can find people that want them. If it comes down because I've tried to auction things before on here and had it where there wasn't anybody that wanted any. So if there's if it comes to the point of where people don't want any, then I wouldn't do it. So otter would definitely make a beautiful pair of mittens. They are so soft and warm, and I agree. That would be awesome. You'll hold out for one of the otters. Sounds good. Like I said, it won't be till spring because I could even if I sent them out tomorrow, it takes them like 4 months to get them back to you. So it's gonna be a while, sadly. Oh, I bet it will be, Joe. But thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. It's gonna be a big one. I'll wait up. So thanks, Rick. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, thank you, Joe. Thank you so much. I will definitely every beaver I get out of this job, I will tan up. So hopefully you guys can all get a beaver. Well, I appreciate that, Bob. Thank you. It's been fun seeing new people get on each week, and the numbers are staying pretty steady, so I appreciate that. And like I said, trapping, it's hard to get myself from it. The views are just outstanding. These, I mean, I've been getting over 1,000 views within 24 hours. The subscriber count climbs every single time I put out a video. So the hardest part is making it worth it. You know, yes, it's worth it for the channel, but at the same time, if I'm losing all my money putting it into the gas tank, then it really sucks. I have been debating hard on paddling a different section of river, but I would have to paddle the whole thing in a canoe, and I'm not quite decided on that yet. I'm trying to make up my mind on that. I mean, I've talked to a couple people about pickup in the canoe and stuff, but I don't know. We'll decide. It'll be nice, Neil, for sure. They're gonna be absolutely gorgeous, and they're huge. I mean, you've seen in the videos, all the otters that I got were monstrous, so that's funny, John. No, that's fine, Kevin. No, I know some of you there are a lot of people on here that, especially when I start getting the trapping folk, most of them only wanna see trapping, and I get that. It does make it harder on me, though, because when I start the fishing videos and then my subscriber count goes down because some people will stop following me when I'm not trapping, and that sucks. But they'll either do that or just quit watching the videos. So it does do a number on the channel, but I understand. I mean, you only want to watch what you want to watch, and I get that. That's exactly how I am too. So that's why I try to keep this somewhat like Michigan Outdoors. I do a little bit of everything. So I know, that's the problem, Bill. That's the problem. The section I'm looking at, I would have to paddle 6 miles upriver, and, I just don't know if I got it in me. I've been really pumping myself up saying I can do it, but when it comes down to it, in an empty canoe, I'm sure I could, but the fact that I would have all the traps in there, I don't know. I don't know, and, I would only be running it for beaver, so who knows? I mean, I could run that 6.5, and I would only have there could maybe be 5 lodges in that whole stretch. I don't know. Well, I appreciate that, Matt. I really do. Yep. Anytime you guys share the videos and talk about the channel and get new people, if you have any buddies that fish and hunt and stuff, have them come over. It's nice to have new people on here, and that's what it's all about. I'm trying to grow as much as I can with this channel. So I do trap weasels, Don. That's a good question. Thank you. I can climb on off of that. Trapping weasels. I did have a few boxes out, and I think I missed one a few days ago. I'm a little upset about that. But this time of year is usually really good for trapping weasels. However, without the snow, this is the same reason why I'm not getting the mink I should be getting. Weasels, mink, and other animals that hunt for their food, right, like a lot, they're not having to work that hard right now. There's mice and stuff everywhere. There's no snow. Their food is just abundant, right? When we get a bunch of snow, then they're really having to work. They got to go looking for the mice. They're traveling further. The mink, will have to travel further each day, so they're covering more sections of river. Now, I was setting traps out. I had one spot I trapped for 3 weeks and never had a mink come through again. But I seen tracks there one day, so they are there. But if they're not coming through enough, it makes it tough to trap. So I'm gonna wait now. Like I said, I pulled most of my traps. I'm waiting till we get some snow. Once we get snow, I will put out the weasel boxes. I've got a bunch of them ready to rock and roll, and I do really love catching weasels. It's a lot of fun. So trolling motor. There's no transom on the canoe, and it's too thin. I mean, I obviously I could put a board, but it's also not registered, so I couldn't legally. If you guys didn't know this already, in order to even use a trolling motor on a canoe or a kayak, even has to be registered. You can't use a motor at all without registering. So, oh, that's right, Brad. Sorry. I forget, man. I forget. Yeah, for me just doing it, for the channel and everything, which trust me, I love it. I love doing it for you guys. I love getting that content and the know-how out there, but if I'm not making anything for gas, it's definitely hard. Thanks, Neil. I appreciate that, man. I wanted to do a lot more duck hunts this year, but the duck hunt videos just don't do that well. I don't understand it, but they don't. They really don't. Yeah. Right, Kevin? I just don't know, man. What I'd be doing, I would start at a location where I would be paddling up the river. That way, I could paddle as far as my arms would take me, and then I could float the rest of the way back. That way, the trip back would be a little bit enjoyable. But again, if I paddle as far as I possibly can, and I only manage to get out a couple traps, that makes things tough. But amen to that, Rich. Amen, buddy. Oh, everybody loves Robin. She's my sissy. It would definitely make a cool video. Yeah, and with it being a spot that I've never done before, I'm sure I could see some really cool stuff, but yeah, it is crazy, Joe. Yeah, I've never understood that law, especially to use a trolling motor on a canoe. I think that's just ridiculous that you have to have it registered. Yeah, see, I don't understand that, Bill. It sucks, man. Duck hunts to me, I ain't gonna lie, duck hunting in general, it's my favorite thing in the world. If I could, I would spend every single day of waterfowl season out there hunting waterfowl. I mean, there's so many birds. I have literally shot every bird except for two, maybe three, and I know my videos could be outstanding, but it just makes it tough. If I can't get the viewers that I need, it takes away money from the channel. If I'm not making money on the channel, then this is my, I need this to even get by to pay bills and stuff. So I just have to really count on that stuff. Let me know if you do, Neil. Let me know. This season, towards the end of season, I had a really good spot for old squaw. They were everywhere, and it was killing me not getting out for it. Really was. Thank you, sis. It's true. Robin's been my big supporter from day one. She's, I if I have a question or I think if I'm thinking something over in my head, I usually call her up and try to get second opinions, and she's always been great about that. Hey, Eric, how you doing, buddy? Oh, definitely, Brad. Yep. Yeah, it's just like Christmas when you get a new spot because even paddling the spot just to look for, I wouldn't be trapping them because the prices suck, but looking for muskrat holes and seeing all the new tracks in the mud and man, yeah, trust me, I really want to do this paddling thing. I've been thinking it over hard. I just don't know if I got it in me. I really don't, but I'm yep, I totally agree with that, Joe. Yep. No, no, they don't have to. In fact, even a boat, if I could have my 14-foot boat out on the water unregistered if I was rowing it. So, thank you. Oh, I want to mention too before you guys hop off because I still got 52 of you watching. There will be no live next Sunday because I didn't realize it, but that's Christmas Eve. I am invited to. I go to a Christmas Eve party every year, at least I try to, at my friend Adrian's house. They have a lot of fun. The one year for a white Christmas party, I won a wild boar skull that had already been Euro mounted. So it's a great party. I want to go there and have some fun. So next Sunday, I will not be on. Okay, guys, just wanted to put that out there now so that you knew. But I hope you guys all have a really great Christmas and a happy New Year. And I will definitely be on the following Sunday. And I wish I could be on next Sunday, but like I said, I'm going to try and have some fun at a party. I haven't got out. I'm pretty much a hermit, so I need to get out and just have some fun. So I could, John, but I've thought about that in million times in my head, but I know that if I started doing that, I wouldn't get to do the things I like to do because then I would be doing it all for other people. So, oh, that's crazy, Bill. Jeez. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I don't have pine marten here, Jason. They're up in the UP, but we don't have them down in the south part here. I'd sure love to catch them though. Is New Year's Eve on a Sunday too, Kurt? Are you serious right now? Please don't tell me that 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 New Year's is a oh, New Year's Eve is. I'll be on for New Year's Eve. Why not? It's not like I'm on, the bell dropping thing isn't all that big until later anyway. So, yeah, New Year's Eve I'll be on. Yep. I ain't had a man hot date. I ain't even had a cold date in 12 years. All right, I'm off, guys. You guys all have a very Merry Christmas. Have a great week. I will chat with you on New Year's Eve. So, love you guys. Hope you enjoy the content I put out.